Hello and welcome to this BuyBotPro video. So today I'm going to explain what the BuyBox is, how it works and why it's important. So this one is bringing it right back to the basics. If you are just getting started out with selling on Amazon, then you are in the right place. Understanding the BuyBox is very important, and the BuyBox does play an essential role in your everyday selling on this platform. So let's get right into it. The BuyBox is basically the place on Amazon where a customer will click add to basket or buy now. And the seller that holds the BuyBox at that point in time, the seller that is here, will basically make the sale, which increases your chances tenfold of making sales, which is why Amazon is such a great platform to sell on. Of course, a customer can come along and choose to buy from you individually, which is awesome. But having the buy box there, winning the buy box and making sales when a customer does click add to basket or buy now is just amazing. So that is in a nutshell what the buy box is. It's this right here on every listing. If you do not see this on a listing, don't worry, that just means that there isn't a buy box at that point in time. That could be for a number of reasons. Maybe a buy box hasn't been generated yet. Maybe a seller has tried to sell the item at a ridiculously high price, so it suppressed the buy box and taken it away temporarily, but it will come back. So there could be a number of reasons as to why you might not see a buy box in some listings, but most listings on Amazon will have a buy box, and there will be a buy box coming at some point to every listing. So that's basically what it is. Now, why is it important? Hopefully that was answered in what I was saying just then. It basically increases your chances of making sales. But what's important is understanding what it can take to win the buy box. Now, there isn't a set, A to Z way on, follow all these steps and you'll definitely win the buy box. But based on our knowledge of Amazon, we can take some pretty good guesses as to what's entailed into winning the buy box, and it's lots and lots of different things. Ultimately, at the end of the day, only Amazon actually know, what is considered when they allocate the buy box to different sellers. So there's a number of things like if you're FBA or FBM. If you are FBA, you're automatically eligible to win the buy box straight away. Whereas if you're FBM and you're getting started out, you need to build up that rapport with Amazon, proving to them that you're a good, trustworthy seller on their platform. And as time goes on, you will be more and more eligible to win the buy box. Also with FBA, Amazon are doing half the work for you. They are fulfilling the product for you. They are sending the item to the customer on your behalf, handling customer service, responding to customers and things like that. So Amazon know that they're doing this to their standards. They're doing it on time, so they don't have to worry about you doing it and living up to Amazon's standards, because Amazon are doing half the work for you. But ultimately, if you are a good FBM seller, then it won't be very long at all before you are eligible to win the buy box. So there's things like that, keeping good Amazon account health, having items with good stock levels, competitive prices, things like that, having good feedback and reviews. There's all sorts of different things that get taken into account when Amazon decide who it is that gets the buy box. And you'll find on a lot of listings as well, the buy box is rotated around. So if someone else has it at that point in time, don't be disheartened, because it probably won't be long before the buy box rotates to you. Again, provided that you meet that kind of criteria that I was just talking about. So you've got good feedback, you've got a good Amazon account health, you've got a good competitive price, you've got some good stock, your fulfillment method, and all of those things get taken into account. So don't be disheartened if you don't win it straight away. It will eventually rotate around to you. And if you have a repricer as well, particularly something like Profit Protector Pro, which very cleverly reprices your items to help you, win the buy box strategically, then having something like that can, boost your chances big time when it comes to winning the buy box. So when you're doing a deal analysis and you want to understand a bit more about the buy box and how it behaves on a listing, there's a couple of places that you can look. So obviously, if you've got it to fill in automatically, depending on your settings, the buy box price will appear in here. But if you scroll down, you can see the buy box price and what type of seller has currently got the buy box. You can see the net buy box price changes as well. So if you hover over this, it will tell you the amount of ups and downs the buy box has had. If it has more downs than ups, this means that sellers joined the listing. It could indicate price tanking. It could indicate the items prices naturally going down, and obviously that is something that we can check out in more detail using BuyBotPro's charts. If we see more ups and downs, this means that if we were to join the listing, the potential to make even more profit than what we think on the listing is increased, which is excellent. And if it is fair, if it's split fairly 50-50, then we know that, you know, as much as the buy box moves down in price, it does also move up just as much. So if we do join and the price moves down, we can be fairly certain that the price will move back up again. We can also check the buy box statistics, which is probably one of the more important ones to look at in understanding, you know, the buy box rotation, who gets it the most. So to trigger this, all you need to do is select a day range. So let's choose 180 days, for example, and it's going to load up the table for us and show us sellers on the listing. So it's going to give us the name of the seller, the percentage of time that they have won the buy box, how much possession they have had over it. It will tell you if they're an FBA seller or Amazon by giving them a tick, and if there is no tick, then it is because they are a merchant fulfilled seller. You've got the rating and reviews for that seller there as well, and you can see the last time that that particular seller has won the buy box. And obviously, as you change the day range, this information will adjust with it. So what you're looking for ideally is the buy box to be rotated around, you know, fairly evenly between different types of sellers. If you see that Amazon have it 100% of the time, then, you know, it's highly unlikely that you will be able to, you know, join and win the buy box if Amazon are basically hogging it. And if you look up here, buy box analysis, right away you can see in the last 90 days, Amazon are known to have shared the buy box on a regular and consistent basis, but you could get a red dot here that says, look, there's been little to no evidence of Amazon sharing the buy box. So basically, you know, you wouldn't want to waste your time by going ahead with a product that Amazon have heavily dominated, or if it is a different kind of seller. Obviously, if you have a repricer as well, this can really help you out with competing against other sellers. And depending on the strategy that you use as well, it could even help you compete against Amazon. But if they have got 100% possession over the buy box, then the chances are going to be, you know, of winning the buy box are going to be slim. Not to dishearten you, it's just going to be quite difficult to win the buy box from Amazon themselves if they have, you know, just kept the buy box to themselves. But if you see something like this where, you know, this seller seems to have, you know, done a pretty good job of winning the buy box, but other sellers have had it as well. So now you could potentially join this listing and, you know, your chances of winning the buy box might be quite good. Again, if you have good Amazon account health, a good competitive price, decent stock levels, things like that, that can really help you. And in the competition analysis, this can help you understand more about the other sellers as well. This can help you understand what, you know, what it might take to win the buy box. So you can see if there's any similarities between these sellers. You know, they are priced quite closely together. So you can see here there's only a penny difference. These have got the same price, and so, you know, it's very, very, very close together. So everyone's being quite competitive on this listing. You can see the delivery date for the item as well. So, you know, the sooner that someone can potentially deliver that item, you know, the better chances they stand of winning the buy box, because what Amazon want is, you know, quick delivery, satisfied customers. And, you know, if you're able to offer a quick delivery time, then this is going to go a long way to helping you. And of course, this competition analysis is going to show a mixture of all the sellers, but if you are only interested in Prime only, it's going to show you FBA sellers, Amazon, and Merchant Fulfilled Prime. So by checking the charts as well, you'll be able to see things like the buy box price, how that's fluctuated, what exactly that's done. If you hover over any point, it's going to show you what exactly was going on at that exact moment in time. And as you can see there, you know, as the buy box price changes indicated, it has gone down slightly more than it has gone up. That is also evident in the chart as well. Maybe it's something that you keep an eye on for a little while just to see, you know, if that changes. You wouldn't have to, you know, keep an eye on this for ages to understand how the buy box works. Just a little while if you weren't sure, and then you can probably, you know, gauge how the buy box is behaving on this particular listing. But that's a bit of what we can look at when we do a deal analysis. But ultimately, that's what the buy box is. Those are some of the things that get taken into account when Amazon decide who gets the buy box. And remember, if you do need help with winning the buy box, you know, you're joining listings and you just need that extra, you know, that extra help, then check out something like Profit Protector Pro, which is an amazing repricer designed to help you increase your sales and boost your profits by strategically winning you the buy box. Hopefully this video was helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.